भारत सरकार की ये कोशिश रही है कि घरेलू उपभोक्ताओं को कम से कम कठिनाई का सामना करना पड़े। इसके चलते जो घरेलू एलपीजी सिलेंडर है, डोमेस्टिक एलपीजी सिलेंडर है, उसकी आपूर्ति की जा रही है। किसी भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर पर कोई ड्राई आउट नहीं है और ऑनलाइन रिफिल बुकिंग ऑल टाइम हाई है। डिलीवरी ऑथेंटिकेशन कोड के साथ लगभग 94% डिलीवरी की जा रही हैं। कमर्शियल एलपीजी में जैसा आप जानते हैं 70% तक की आपूर्ति की जा रही है और अप्रैल के महीने में अभी तक अप्रैल के महीने से अभी तक लगभग 2,15,000 टन कमर्शियल एलपीजी की सेल हुई है और ऑटो एलपीजी की सेल अप्रैल से लेकर अब तक लगभग 11,100 टन की गई है। 5 किलो के सिलेंडर की आपूर्ति भी 100% इंक्रीज़ की जा चुकी है और इसके चलते अप्रैल के महीने से लेकर अब तक लगभग 23 लाख 5 किलो के सिलेंडर्स की सेल हुई है और 3 अप्रैल से लेकर अब तक लगभग 10,000 से अधिक अवेयरनेस कैंप लगाए गए हैं और 1,76,000 से अधिक 5 किलो के सिलेंडर्स की सेल हुई है। नेचुरल गैस की आपूर्ति फर्टिलाइज़र प्लांट्स के लिए 98% तक इंक्रीज़ की जा चुकी है। इसके अलावा इंडस्ट्रियल और कमर्शियल सेक्टर के लिए इंक्लूडिंग सीजीडी सप्लाईज 80% पर की जा रही है। मार्च के महीने से लेकर अब तक लगभग 6,12,000 पीएनजी कनेक्शंस को गैसीफाई किया गया है और 2.5 लाख से अधिक 2.67 लाख कनेक्शंस के लिए एडिशनल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी क्रिएट किया गया है। इसके अलावा 6.79 लाख नए कस्टमर्स को भी पीएनजी कनेक्शन के लिए रजिस्टर किया गया है और कल तक लगभग 43,760 पीएनजी कनेक्शन उपभोक्ताओं ने अपने एलपीजी कनेक्शन सरेंडर किए हैं। रिटेल आउटलेट पर पेट्रोल और डीजल की पर्याप्त उपलब्धता है, कहीं पर कोई ड्राई आउट रिपोर्टेड नहीं है और जैसा आप जानते हैं 30 तारीख को भारत सरकार ने गजट नोटिफिकेशन के द्वारा डीजल और एटीएफ पर एक्सपोर्ट लेवी घटा दी है। क्रूड इन्वेंट्रीज सफिशिएंटली मेंटेन्ड हैं और रिफाइनरीज ऑप्टिमम कैपेसिटी पर ऑपरेट हो रही हैं। इसके अलावा C3 C4 मॉलिक्यूल्स भी फार्मा, पेंट और केमिकल सेक्टर को दिए जा रहे हैं। 9 अप्रैल से अब तक लगभग 10,750 टन प्रोपिलीन और 1,670 टन ब्यूटाइल एक्रिलेट की सेल विभिन्न रिफाइनरियों द्वारा की जा रही है। एनफोर्समेंट एक्शन भी लगातार चालू है। कल लगभग 1,570 रेड्स की गई हैं और कल तक ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज के द्वारा 3,096 शो कॉज नोटिस और 350 के करीब पेनल्टीज़ और 74 सस्पेंशन किए गए हैं। अंत में आप सभी के माध्यम से मैं सभी जनता से ये अपील करना चाहूँगी कि अफवाहों पर विश्वास न करें और आवश्यकता के अनुसार ही ईंधन क्रय करें। धन्यवाद।
Thanks, Sujata. And now I request Shipping Ministry. We have Mr. Upesh Kumar, Director from the Shipping Ministry, to give us the updates.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon. The Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways continues to coordinate with Ministry of External Affairs, our missions abroad, and maritime stakeholders to ensure seafarer welfare and uninterrupted maritime operations. All Indian seafarers in the region continue to be safe and no incident involving Indian flag vessel has been reported in the past 24 hours. The DG Shipping Control Room has handled about 8,414 calls and more than 18,064 emails since activation. In the past 24 hours, there have been 41 calls and 99 emails which have been received. The Ministry, through the Directorate General of Shipping, has facilitated the safe repatriation of more than 2,976 Indian seafarers so far, including 23 in the last 24 hours from various locations. Port operations across India remain normal and no congestion has been reported. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we take updates from Ministry of Fertilizers. Over to you, Aparna.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. It's okay? Yeah. Okay, yes. So, I would like to apprise the gathering that the for Kharif 2026, Namaskar, this is to Namaskar, this is to apprise the gathering that the fertilizer availability remains as robust as ever. For Kharif 2026, the fertilizer requirement has been assessed by Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare as 390.54 lakh metric ton, against which a stock of 195.71 lakh metric ton, that is almost 50% of the requirement, is already there. Which shows the improved planning and advanced stocking that has taken place in the states. The urea availability is 62.28 lakh metric ton, and the DAP availability is also 20.32 lakh metric ton. The domestic production for the month of March and April has been substantial. That is 67.71 lakh metric ton has been produced, and about 17 lakh metric ton of imports have reached our shores through the combined efforts of Department of Fertilizer and our other departments that have supported us in the endeavor, like Ministry of Ports and MEA. In the ongoing April 26, the urea production has been good. The domestic production has been 20.98 lakh metric ton against 21.89 lakh metric ton. That was in April 2025. The global tender or urea tender already has been processing and will be getting supplies of urea starting May, June. So the global tender for other PNK fertilizer, about 19 lakh metric ton, has already been floated to ensure the availability during the peak season. We have had review meetings at highest level in the department, and 7 meetings have been held to address the difficult pain points, and already these are being addressed from time to time. To conclude, the fertilizer security remains as strong and stable as ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Aparna ji. Over to you, Randeep ji. Updates from MEA.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are closely following the developments in the West Asia region. For more updates, I have my colleague who will be speaking about the developments.
Good afternoon. Ministry of External Affairs continues to closely monitor the developments in the Gulf and West Asia region. Our efforts are focused on ensuring the safety and welfare of the Indian community in the region. We are in constant touch with the state governments and union territories for sharing information and to coordinate our efforts. The dedicated special control room in the ministry is operational to respond to queries from Indian nationals and their families. Our embassies and consulates in the region are operating round-the-clock helplines to provide timely assistance. They are proactively assisting our citizens. They are also in close touch with the local governments. Updated advisories are being issued, including information related to local government guidelines, flight and travel situation, consular services, and the various welfare measures being undertaken for the community. Our missions are actively engaged with the resident Indian community. They are regularly interacting with the Indian community associations, organizations, professional groups, and Indian companies to address their concerns. Welfare of the Indian seafarers in the region is of high priority for us. Our missions are extending all assistance to them, including coordination with the local authorities and agencies, extending consular assistance, and assisting for requests to return to India. An update on the status of flights. The overall flight situation continues to improve, with additional flights operating from the region to various destinations in India. UAE airspace is open. Indian and UAE carriers are operating flights from UAE to various destinations in India. Flights are operating from various airports in Saudi Arabia and Oman to different destinations in India. Qatar airspace is partially open. Air India Express, Indigo, and Qatar Airways are operating flights from Qatar to various destinations in India. Kuwait airspace is open. Jazeera Airways and Kuwait Airways are operating flights from Kuwait to India. Bahrain airspace is open. Air India Express, Indigo, and Gulf Air are operating flights from Bahrain to various destinations in India. Iraq airspace is open and limited flight operations to destinations in the region are available, which can be used for onward travel to India. Iran airspace is partially open for cargo and chartered flights. We have advised Indian nationals to avoid traveling to Iran and urged those already there to leave with our embassy's support. So far, our embassy in Tehran has facilitated movement of 2,504 Indian nationals out of Iran through land border routes. Israel airspace is open and limited flight operations have resumed to destinations in the region, which can be used for onward travel to India. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll take questions. We'll go row-wise and you can keep on passing the mic.
Hi, I'm Dvesh from Economic Times. I have two questions. The first is regarding port shipping and waterways. Sir, there were some attacks on vessels in the Persian Gulf recently. Were there any Indian seafarers under threat, and also were any Indian flagged ships under threat? The other one, sir, has the destination of that one vessel that recently passed through the Strait of Hormuz. Has the destination changed from Visakhapatnam to somewhere else in India?
Hi, ma'am. Danish Anand from NDTV Profit. My question is for Sujata, ma'am. Ma'am, over the weekend, there have been media reports that government, according to certain government sources, the price hike on petrol and diesel is not off the cards, and it could happen the next 5 to 7 days. So, is there any clarity that you would like to give on this?
Hi, ma'am. Sapna here from CNBC TV 18. A quick one on the 5 kilo FTL. Just wanted to have an idea about what is the price revision like. You know, the last time the price revision that happened recently for all the 4 metros, if possible.
We can start with
Ma'am, Saptaparna Ghosh from The Hindu. Question to Sujata, ma'am. I mean, on Friday, 5 kg free trade LPG and commercial cylinders, the prices were hiked. So in that light, would it be right to infer that the dynamics of liquefied petroleum gas, the pricing and the supply, they are kind of under pressure? That's why the revision, we went in for the revision. And if you could also get in, I mean, the quantum of LPG that we have in the country right now, and in terms of how many days it could suffice. And ma'am, also with respect to excise revisions on export of ATF and diesel, we have been looking at this this way that it is to ensure our domestic supplies, our domestic availability. And now since it has been reduced, so is it right to infer that there is a kind of a change of stance, or how we are looking at this dynamics going forward? If you could please share some perspective.
Thank you. Amar Zadi from PTI. Couple of questions for MOPNG. The latest PPAC data shows that LPG consumption in the country has fallen month on month in April as compared to March. What is the reason when we are maintaining that the supplies are we are supplying as much as possible? 70% was also the supply in March, and 70% was also in April as well. Number one. Number two, the 5 kg FTL cylinder prices are now almost near to the 14.2 kg domestic cylinder prices. Do you see a moderation in demand happening for 5 kg FTL cylinders because of the price increase? One question to Fertilizer Ministry as well. What is the production plan for fertilizers in the month of May for both urea and other fertilizers as well? Thank you.
Sukal from the Indian Express. First, a couple of questions for Sujata, ma'am. Ma'am, on Friday, ATF prices were revised. Domestic prices were kept unchanged, whereas prices for international flights were hiked slightly. So just wanted to understand, considering the high under recoveries that OMCs would now be incurring on ATF as well, for the past 1 month they've been doing that, and that will continue now. Is there any sort of proposal at this stage with the MOPNG to support the OMCs financially, also because they're losing money on retail sales of petrol, diesel, as well as LPG? The other question is,
What was the first question?
this was...
What was the question on ATF?
No, the question is there any proposal under the consideration of the government to financially support the OMCs, considering that they would be incurring high under recoveries, in addition to the under recoveries they're incurring on sales of petrol, diesel, and LPG? The other question is, in your assessment, in the MOPNG's assessment, till when can the retail prices of petrol and diesel be held at the current levels? Then I have one question for Randhir sir. Sir, it's I think been about 16 days now since the last India-flagged vessel crossed the Strait of Hormuz. We understand that your ministry and the government is in touch with Iran and the other regional players there to ensure safe passage. But this has been a longer period than earlier, because earlier we would see every 8 to 10 days a couple of vessels would come out. Where are we at in terms of the negotiations or the talks? What are the hiccups or the roadblocks that we are facing this time around? Thank you.
Dhairya Maheshwari from Sputnik. My question is to Randhir sir. Sir, the US president has announced Project Freedom, saying that many countries in the world are in touch with the US to get ships that are stuck there out of this Persian Gulf. So is India also in touch with the US on this matter, if it would be possible to know? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Anil Handa. Yeah, one question for the Fertilizer Ministry. Ma'am, on the redistribution of fertilizer stock, whatever you're expecting, and when the peak season is in, so how do you propose to distribute it evenly so that the demands at certain places are met in a way that it doesn't hamper the routine of the sowing season? Yeah. And secondly, for the Sujata ma'am, it's almost evident that the prices will go up in some way or the other. So do you have other alternative plans to balance the prices of petrol? I had proposed, made a submission like percentage of ethanol and coal gasification or something of that sort. The government, is it thinking on those ways to give some sort of relief to the customer?
Can I add a supplemental that what would be the modus operandi, or what would be the burden sharing potential between the government, consumers, and OMCs?
A class, ma'am. Just request to Aparna ma'am, if you could repeat what you just talked about, the production numbers. We just need the numbers again, ma'am. Sure. Thank you.
From you. Okay. Should we start answers from you?
Thank you, ma'am. So I think the first question was on the production plan. So 2 questions on the production plan. You want to know the production so far?
Yeah, please, ma'am. Whatever you just said, March,
April. For the month of March and April, that is the crisis period, our production of urea has been 40.72 LMT, lakh metric ton, and DAP has been 5.39 lakh metric ton. NPKs and have been 13.65 LMT, and SSP about 8 LMT. And for the next month, that is, you want to know for the month of May, we target a urea production of about, with some of the plants were under shutdown, so they'll be starting again. And already we have ensured the gas production with the support of MOPNG. So about 22 LMT would be our target for the month of May. And likewise for DAP, also about 4 lakh metric ton, and NPKs for the month of May it would be about 8 LMT, in that order. And next question was about the redistribution of fertilizer. So already, as I have informed you, that we are based on the demand of the states, that is done by the agriculture, that is assessed by Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. We have the state-wise demand of the state. And based on the demand, already stocking and redistribution, stocking and advanced planning has been done, and already 50% of the stocks are available across the states. And as the season approaches, that is about the month of June, so we are stocked up for that. And beyond that, it is the role of the state government to redistribute within their districts.
I just want to know any special measures are being taken to preempt the.
We are having regular meeting with the states, weekly meeting, and we will be having a 24/7 contingency control room as the season starts, maybe June. So we'll be trying to tackle the issues of any redistribution, because the central government ensures the availability of fertilizer up to a certain point, rake point, and beyond that the states have their role in redistribution because of the length and breadth of the state, and they accordingly see how best to redistribute it. Thank you.
सबसे पहले प्राइसिंग के बारे में कई सवाल आए हैं, तो इस संबंध में मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगी कि एमएस और एचएसडी का जो रिटेल प्राइस है उसमें कोई इंक्रीज़ नहीं है। जो एलपीजी का डोमेस्टिक सिलेंडर का प्राइस है उसमें भी कोई इंक्रीज़ नहीं है। लेकिन इसके साथ ये भी सच है कि हमारी सप्लाईज डिस्टर्ब हुई हैं, मार्केट में टाइटनेस है, जो इंटरनेशनल प्राइजेज़ हैं क्रूड के, एलपीजी के और नेचुरल गैस के, उसमें काफ़ी उछाल देखा गया है। लेकिन अगर आप देखें कि हमारा शेयर क्या है रिटेल कंज्यूमर्स का, तो अगर आप एचएसडी देखें तो 90% जो हमारे कंज्यूमर्स हैं वो रिटेल के अंदर हैं। बल्क सेल्स आर ओनली 10%। सो एवरी एफर्ट हैज़ बीन डन टू प्रोटेक्ट द रिटेल कंज्यूमर। अगर आप यही आंकड़ा एलपीजी के लिए देखें वो भी क्लोज टू 90% है। तो सरकार के द्वारा, कंपनियों के द्वारा आम जनता के हित का ध्यान रखा गया है। इसके अलावा आपका एक सवाल था कि एलपीजी का जो कंजम्पशन में जो कमी आई है, ये ठीक है कि एलपीजी के कंजम्पशन में कमी आई है और उसके कई कारण हैं। अगर आप देखें तो हमने बुकिंग का पीरियड इंक्रीज़ किया, उसको 25 दिन किया अर्बन के लिए, उसको 45 दिन किया रूरल के लिए। सो दैट वाज एन एफर्ट फ्रॉम आवर पार्ट टू मैनेज द डिमांड। एक ये। दूसरा जो उसका एक बहुत बड़ा कारण है, कमर्शियल की सप्लाईज रेस्ट्रिक्टेड रही, जो 70% पर करने की कोशिश की गई, उसका भी गैप है। और तीसरा एक जो बड़ा कारण है वो ये है कि जो डिलीवरी ऑथेंटिकेशन कोड लगाया गया, डिलीवरी ऑथेंटिकेशन कोड से डोमेस्टिक का जो डाइवर्जन है कमर्शियल के लिए वो काफ़ी हद तक कम हुआ है। सो ये मेन रीजंस हैं। इसके अलावा एक्साइज के बारे में I mean, again, this is all based on the fundamentals, what kind of cracks are in the market, and based on that, the government takes the call. ATF के बारे में, I mean, ATF का इंटरनेशनल प्राइस अभी इंक्रीज हुआ है, डोमेस्टिक शेड्यूल के ऊपर अभी कोई इंक्रीज नहीं है, और भारत सरकार के पास ऐसा अभी कोई प्रपोजल नहीं है जिसमें OMCs को सपोर्ट करने की बात हो। इसके अलावा आपने एक एलपीजी के 5 किलो के सिलेंडर के बारे में आपने पूछा, प्राइस के बारे में। तो मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगी कि 5 किलो के सिलेंडर के दो कैटेगरीज में होता है, एक तो डोमेस्टिक होता है और एक कमर्शियल होता है। तो जो डोमेस्टिक एलपीजी का 5 किलो का सिलेंडर है उसमें कोई इंक्रीज़ नहीं है, लेकिन जो FTL है उसमें इंक्रीज़ है, और ये लगभग 810 रुपये इस के प्राइस पर दिल्ली मार्केट में अभी मिल रहा है। थैंक यू। No, what is it? Please repeat it.
Other sources of energy supplies will likely be falling short of LPG and petrol and diesel.
No, from the very beginning, we have been informing you through this press conference also that alternate fuel sources have been made available by Government of India, whether it is additional allocation of kerosene, whether it is making coal available to the MSMEs. Lot of focus is on green hydrogen, renewable energy sources, solar energy. So from all front, the Government of India is working. Thank you.
So, ma'am, what was the price increase on the FTA? Average just for Delhi, if you can just share that.
I will share you with that.
So there were two questions. The first one was regarding whether there has been an attack. So as per the information available to us, there was a report received about an attack today morning around 2:30 or 3 UAE local time. The vessel was MV Baraka. It is not an Indian flag vessel. It is a Liberia flag vessel. And it has 5 Indian crew on board. All are safe. I would say that all Indian seafarers remain to be safe. Then there was a question regarding a vessel which has recently crossed Strait of Hormuz. As it was given earlier in the press note, Surf Shakti crossed Strait of Hormuz on 2nd May, and it is now destined, as per input available to us, to New Mangalore, and likely will reach on 8th May. Thank you.
So first, coming, Sukalp, to your question, we have made progress in the safe transit of our ships. On Saturday, as my colleague just informed, we had another ship which crossed the Strait of Hormuz and is destined to India now. We have so far been able to negotiate or talk with Iran, and we have had 11 of our ships so far which have exited the Strait of Hormuz. And we continue to be in touch with them so that the rest remaining of our ships can also have a safe transit and come to India. There, regarding your question, yes, we have seen several reports on Project Freedom. As we all know, that this is an evolving situation in the West Asian region. We follow closely all developments and we'll keep you informed.
Any more questions? Yeah.
I'm just want to figure out, the questions that we have raised earlier 2 days back, that we actually indicated that whatever supplementaries are there in terms of your subsidy outgo or whatever support is required in terms of fertilizer, because the prices have almost doubled, as you had rightly indicated. So is that tab at the moment anywhere being estimated between, say 35 odd thousand crores in terms of the additionality to around 50 odd thousand crores? Because this is a very back of the, it's a very back of the envelope number that we're getting, and it's being verified by various government sources. So just wanted to hear your view on that. And do you see this number rising as the months go by? Because H2 will be different, I'm sure. But your assessment, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, as I have already told you, we know that the costs have risen, and of course, the cost of both urea and the other fertilizer, they are showing an upward trend. So we have the approvals of the scheme as per our policy, and that framework is already there. So within that framework, whatever the cost that we are apprising the higher authorities from time to time, so there'll be surely an increase, but then as of now, I cannot commit. Yeah, we usually seek whatever there has been the expenses in the last year based on. We have used about 10% of that, but then as we spend, then only then we can ask for justification. We have justification to ask for. Thank you.
अब से डीडी फ्री डिश की चैनल नंबर 57 पर देखिए न्यूज नेशन।